This is the podcast overview for week 14, where we will be covering chapter 12, self-regulation, nutrition. So again, this is a continuation of the chapter sections dealing with the self-regulation involved in stress management. And this chapter in particular looks at nutrition as a strategy for self-regulation. So here's your overview for the week. And if you'd like to listen to the podcast overview of the specific objectives for Chapter 12, you can click into here. I'll have a link right underneath here as soon as that is ready, and you'll be able to get a good overview of the chapter. But you are reading Chapter 12 of the main text, and then you're reading Chapter 5 of the McGonigal text, The Upside of Stress. And chapter 5 is looking at connection, specifically how caring creates resilience. And then you're going to be contributing to the week 14 discussion board, and then taking exam 5, which covers chapters 10 through 12 in the Harrington text. And exam 5 should be up fairly quickly on Monday. As of right now, I do not have it loaded in yet, but as soon as I have it loaded in, it'll pop up and it will be ready to take. And of course, that is not due until the end of week 14, which is the week after Thanksgiving, the end of that week. So, I've posted everything a little bit early this week. During Thanksgiving. Some of you might want to take a break, spend time with friends and family this Thanksgiving. I encourage you to do that. So we are technically in week 13, but I've posted the next week's material, week 14, just in case you do want to get ahead. Maybe you have been stressed out and this is a week to get caught up or get ahead to make next week a little bit easier. Whatever works for you, you do whatever's best. So I wanted to just give you those options for week 14. So here are your lecture slides that go along with chapter 12, and then your discussion for this week includes both the main text and the McGonigal chapter. The first question deals with the chapter 12 reading in Harrington. Do you believe in the idea of food as medicine? What are the pros and cons of approaching food choices with this concept in mind? So that speaks specifically to how food is taken by our body, in good ways and bad ways to either promote our health or make us unhealthy. And food literally can be a medicine of sorts. I'd like you to kind of describe that and unpack that a little bit with this question. In the McGonigal chapter 5, she stresses the importance of what she calls bigger than self goals. And this is turning what is overwhelming into what is hopeful by employing strategies that your brain isn't expecting, things like generosity and kindness. When we are struggling, when we are upset or lonely or overwhelmed, the last thing we usually think about is reaching out, is doing something for someone else. We usually, if I can speak for many people, we usually think about ourselves. We're upset, we're hurting, we're not okay, and we kind of get lost in that chaos a little bit. But research tells us when we actually turn it over and we do something for someone else, what it does is it turns our overwhelmed into hopeful. And it makes us feel better. It's a natural mood boost. Or a lift, and it helps us then actually gain a better perspective on our circumstances, helps us to better discern and evaluate what it is we should do. So that helps with coping indefinitely. But it also just makes us feel good. So this question asks, what is something new or unexpected you can plan to do for someone to combat that the next time that you're feeling overwhelmed? And so you want to think of this as like a weapon you keep in your stress arsenal. I like to think of the stress arsenal as this like package of tools that you have ready for when you're feeling moments of stress or strain, that you can kind of pull out any one that you might be needing at that moment. What is an act of kindness that you can easily do, a little thing even, to give you a boost in mood and a different perspective? Okay, and then the last question, you're going to want to take some time to reflect on this as you approach your answer. I've given you 4 options here. I'd like you to pick at least 2 and talk about them. What kind of positive impact do you want to have on the people around you? What mission in life or at school most inspires you? What do you want to contribute to the world? And what change do you want to create? So you can pick at least 2, any 2. If you'd like to do more, that's great. I just want you to spend some time in self-reflection and think about these answers, a little deeper before you jump to responding right away. And this is just a great exercise in helping you to understand those things that are most motivating in life, that are going to help you kind of keep in perspective what those bigger than self goals are. So, thinking about people beyond just you and your needs. And this can be really therapeutic in reaching that overarching goal of turning what's overwhelming into what's hopeful. And that will wrap up our week. I hope you all have a wonderful Thanksgiving. If you have had it already, I hope you got some rest and a chance to just be with family and friends. And I hope that you can take a moment, maybe even right now, to think of the things that you are most thankful for in your life today. Thanks, everyone.